I've set up what we're seeing here is we're looking at two products that Thread provides. One is Inbox, which is designed for service teams and that technicians experience, and then Messenger, which is designed for end customers. Now, Thread works with powers chat for all customers, whether your customers naturally live in Slack, if that is their native experience where their organization's living out of, or they're working with Teams. If contacts are living, breathing, working in Teams, you're able to power chat directly from that contact's Teams experience and then be able to create these service at requests that goes directly to the MSP here. In this case, because most of our partners work with Teams-based customers, I'm going to go ahead and lead off here with our Teams experience here. As a contact, I'm going to be able to go navigate from my a normal Teams chatter from the channels or my DMs, and I'm able to go ahead and find my MSP's space here within a dedicated tab. Now, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a new request, a new thread is what we call it. I'm going to go ahead and say, my computer is on fire. Won't you help me? That's a really kind and gentle way, I would think. And frankly, if your computer is on fire, I do think it's worthwhile to get it fixed. So this feels like a really good thread for us to start off here. So just like that, I was able to create a thread. I'm able to see some validation that the thread was created. I'm also able to see here on the technician side, we're going to shift gears for a second, that this thread's coming in, and I'm able to see some information, a little bit about Bob Slidell, who works at Initech. His computer's on fire. That's crazy. I'm able, from an inboxing perspective, I'm able to respond to this pretty quickly and find a home for it. Now, in this case, the computer's on fire. I love my computer. I have some empathy I'm going to extend here. I think we should give this a really quick turnaround and find someone who could respond to this and meet some time to get this coordinated here. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll see as well that we have our AI products that are powering this. They're going to likely tell us that this computer on fire is a high priority one. So I expect in the next couple of seconds, yep, there it is. This is an emergency response. This computer is on fire, and we think that's a priority one. So really good feedback, AI. I appreciate that there. Now, next steps, I'm going to go ahead and assign Samir. I'll tell you what, Samir is really good at putting fires out of computers. Physical fires for physical computers. That is one of his bread and butters. And frankly, I think this is a really good fit for Samir here. So within Inbox, I'm able to make that assignment here. We're able to move this along. But I know, too, this is a physical fire. This thing is raging right now. It's got to be put out. So I want Bob Slidell and Samir to meet together. I think that'd be really important, right? I'm just going to take a creative leap here, and let's make that true. Because I'm a scheduling shop, and because I know as well that this is something we should coordinate times around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to Planner, so you can also see this as well. Here's that thread. My computer's on fire. I already assigned Samir here, and I'm going to go ahead and work it from here. Planner is a request tracking and planning tool that allows me to not just plan this internally, but also plan when I can coordinate time with an end contact here. And so that's the next step I'm going to do here. I want to coordinate time. And so to do that, I'm going to use the handy dandy nifty TimeZest /command here. My account's fully integrated. I'm able to go ahead and instantiate it. I'm going to go ahead and then when I click create an appointment, I'm prompted with two questions. Who's the resource? As well as what appointment type there is. Full disclosure, there is no fire setting out appointment that I set up. I probably should have. This is the second time I've seen this in this account here. So I should probably make some sort of maybe like a 15-minute appointment, but maybe they could chat for a little bit here about this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a link, and that creates this predefined, pre-generated prompt for my contact to read. We're going to get this going here. So that sends a message to that contact. Now that I've sent this TimeZest link, my goal is to have that contact to book time as quickly as possible and to lean on TimeZest to find the right times and the right days that work. TimeZest is really good at this, and this is why we've heard this feedback again and again from our partners. I'm not just planning internally, but I need to coordinate this time, and I wish there was a way for the contact to look at my appointment for Samir's calendar. I wish there was a way to make that really easy, so I didn't have to do this back and forth ping pong here. Well, problem meets solution. I'm going to switch back to this contact experience. I'm in Teams. My computer's smoldering right now, but I still have Slack, or I still have Teams open. Lucky me, I'm just a few seconds away from my keyboard burning up, but let's see what I can get along in that time. I'm going to click this button. That allows me to see open availabilities for Samir. I'm able to see, oh, 11:30. Yeah, I'd like to meet with Samir. I think 13 minutes from now is a little bit of time. Maybe there might be more smoldering, but who knows? Let's see what happens if Samir can come to the rescue. Amazing. Just like that, I found time that worked for me, time that worked for Samir. I didn't have to ask back and forth because my keyboard is not working. It's on fire. Only my mouse is working. I'm able to get a confirmation in my inbox. Hey, this is an hour call, but a meeting time nonetheless here. And I'm able to hit meeting accepted there. Now, from a contacts experience, my job is done. I found time, I booked it, and I expect to be able to have this back and forth and continue the conversation here. Switching back to inbox, I'm able to see as a technician, when Samir joins the conversation, Samir will see that, hey, a plan is set for Samir at 12:30 Eastern time. I'm also able to see this really nice attribution that shows me that this was done through TimeZest. So I get these really nice confirmations within the thread here. I'm also able to see here on the right side within, and I'll just open the full view so you can see this a little bit more cleanly. I'm able to see as a member, I'm able to manage plans or schedules that are set for my threads or my tickets. I'm able to see just like that, 11:30 a.m. my time to 12:30 a.m. call with Bob about the computers on fire. Now, and also in the context of Planner, Planner is a Kanban style, swim lane style approach to showing schedules and plans that are there. As Samir, I'm able to take a look at my backlog, and I'm able to look at my tasks for today. And I'm able to say, perfect, just like that. There's Bob, the computer's on fire. Won't you help me? Well, I'm gonna go get my bucket. I'm gonna go head over. I have my appointment there with Bob, and we're gonna put this fire out. Just like that, in a really smooth, simple way. They're able to do internal planning. They're able to coordinate this end customer experience with this contact, and they're able to do this without any of this back and forth ping pong or to go through a separate tool or a separate interface there.
Awesome. Yeah, and I tell you what, this is maybe my second or third time seeing the integration work, because it's brand new, really fresh out of the box sort of integration, and that is super exciting. That is exactly the sort of thing we built TimeZest for. And as you can see, that's a process that can literally take moments. I mean, a few minutes compared to a process when you're doing it manually can take days. I mean, literally we hear weeks sometimes. And the thing that's not super obvious about that is the impact that it has on the client's kind of perception of what's going on. As an MSP, and I've been there as well, there's a lot of different things that you consider in the process of working a ticket. But to a client, there's really kind of just two posts you need to pass. One is they know you've heard the problem, and there's something's been done about fixing it. In this case, we've scheduled an appointment, and then the thing's resolved. As a client, that's the only two things I really care about, right? And this gets us to that first post almost immediately, and that's just something that's super exciting to see.